proud moment for Pakistan Air Force regarding its capability and JF17 Thunder. And
Most countries have three choices. You can have brand new fighter, top of the line, Eurofighter, Rafale, something like that, which a lot of countries can't afford. So for the countries that can't afford, they have two main options. One is to buy old surplus fighters, which are expensive to operate. They may be cheap to buy, but to actually run them costs a lot of money. Or you can buy a more affordable new fighter, like the JF17, and this is one of its key selling points. Is it's modern, state-of-the-art technology, gives you high capability, and the operating costs are low, easily upgradable to meet future challenges, and you get that for a lot less money than it would cost to buy a Rafale or a Typhoon or a Gripen. And for the Pakistan Air Force aircraft, the PAC, the Pakistani partner in the program, and the Air Force itself have established a very modern, integrated logistics support service. It's been in operation for 5 years, and there's also a flight test center that it can integrate weapons that any customer might want. And that whole support package, either through integration or actual direct support, can be exported to the customer.
This is definitely one of the bigger air show highlights. This is the Pakistan Aviation Complex and Chengdu JF17 Thunder. It's flown here all the way from Pakistan. There are 3 of them here, and it's also taking part in the flying display every day here at Le Bourget. The JF17 is making its first display in Europe. Previously, it's only been a static participant at shows like Farnborough, but it also flew at an air show in Turkey back in 2011. The aircraft can be armed with an array of weapons, and on display here are a number of Chinese munitions, including bombs, anti-ship missiles, air-to-air missiles, targeting pods and jammer pods. The aircraft presented here at Le Bourget is a JF17 Block 1 aircraft, but Pakistan is now developing a Block 2 aircraft which has Western avionics and a number of improved capabilities.
No air force in the world opts to design an aircraft itself. It is a long and tedious task, based on countless man-hours and innumerable resources. Air forces the world over buy off-the-shelf solutions and then tailor them to their own operational requirements. Challenges such as sanctions and poor economic conditions became the need that justified the Pakistan Air Force foraying into the world of aircraft production. The JF17 program is the story of a nation's drive to persevere and a service's commitment to honor its promise of safeguarding the skies that it has been entrusted with. In this process, a world-class fighter was born, a fighter that will be at the heart of every developing country's air defense picture, based on its superior operational capabilities at a cost which is 1/3 of its competition. The JF17 Thunder program is the culmination, or rather the manifestation, of the requirements of a world-class, battle-proven air force that has traditionally operated only top-of-the-line aircraft. Aircraft which have been produced by some of the best companies in the world. The JF17 is a product that was designed through the learning and feedback of those pilots who had flown nearly every state-of-the-art military attack fighter available to man, in every operational environment and condition known to an operational pilot. What resulted is a platform able to flawlessly perform in every situation or circumstance that it is tasked with.
It is a very, very costly project. Colossal amount goes, not only onto the designing, development, but also the co-production. But Pakistan Air Force, under the supervision and under the guidance of our political leadership, decided that come what may, this is a time where we have to expand our resources, dedicate them to develop this indigenous capability. I am Air Vice Marshal Arshad Malik. I look after JF17 program in Pakistan Air Force. This aircraft is definitely a compatible high-tech aircraft, but at a very, very affordable cost for a country like Pakistan. As far as this project is concerned, we initially decided that some of the parts we would definitely go from the Western, like the avionics was always a priority for us, that we should have state-of-the-art avionics, and we had finalized some of the Western avionics as well. But unfortunately, the circumstances did not favor us. And there were very severe sanctions from those Western companies, and that was the time where we took a decision that now if we have to make a fighter aircraft, we will not be waiting for so long to get the clearances from the Western side. You can definitely compare it with the class of anything closer to F-16. Yeah? I'm not a salesman, I'm a fighter pilot. I look after the operational and development aspect, but this is the hint which I can give you, that 1/3 price of any compatible fighter, this aircraft is good to go. There's a country who has definitely confirmed us, and then we are very close to talking these points with about a dozen of more countries. And that's why I say that very soon we will be able to release many good news through us and through our joint partners.
When considering the JF17 Thunder, a buyer needs to assimilate some key considerations. The JF17s, in their very short operational history, have amassed considerable experience, largely due to the diversity of operational requirements generated by the features of the country flying them. The geographical diversity alone of a country like Pakistan, where temperature considerations range from -50 degrees to 55 degrees, and terrain that includes some of the highest mountain ranges, to plains that boast the most fertile soil, to the deserts that have seen some of the worst droughts, to the sea, which is a source of life for a country that relies heavily on trade for its existence, make the JF17 battle ready for any country and any operational environment in the world. If there is one thing the Pakistan Air Force truly excels at and is renowned for, it is the relentless filtration process that it puts its pilots through. Only the best make it out, and then they are put through some of the toughest training regimens pilots have ever known. Not only this, but the battle history of the Pakistan Air Force is for the world to see. Its pilots have dominated the skies over Southeast Asia, and some of them have even scored multiple kills in the skies over the Middle East. In exercises all over the world, its pilots have more than held their own. Could the pilots brought up in this tradition demand anything less? From air interdiction to air superiority, from bombing runs to sinking ships, these pilots have done it all and have the trophies to prove it. A poignant reminder of its operational readiness is its recent induction into CCS, the Elite Combat Commander School.
Combat Commander School is a place where we train the combat leadership of Pakistan Air Force. This is an institution where we have all the platforms of Pakistan Air Force available, which are pitched against each other, and that is the environment from where we take out the best of the best to ultimately lead the Pakistan Air Force.
Combat Commander School is the toughest proving ground in the world. Real-world scenarios are simulated and played out. The instructors are ruthless in their evolutions, and to impress them, aircraft and aircrew alike have to be at their very best.
It is a fact that CCS operates only those weapon systems which are combat ready. The fact that JF17 is here and holding its own is a proof that JF17 is ready to take on anything that comes its way.
It may seem incredible to the casual observer that the JF17 has been able to quickly take on the operational requirements of the Pakistan Air Force. But if one takes into account some of its unique features, there will be no doubt as to its prowess. Paramount among them is the cockpit experience. Its ergonomics are what define decision-making in a combat scenario. The JF17 cockpit was designed keeping this in mind, allowing pilots to perform their duties with utmost ease and flexibility to cater to evolving scenarios.
JF17 incorporates full glass cockpit with smart heads-up display and 3 smart multiple function displays that provide the pilot with the ability to switch from one set of information to another in coherence with the tactical situation that follows with the help of a task controls and upfront control panel.
Maintaining a fighter squadron can be both a joy and a pain depending on the type of system being maintained. The PAF was no exception to this, and in designing the JF17, special attention was paid to keep maintenance exceptionally low and the aircraft incredibly quick on the turnaround time.
The best part of maintaining the JF17 aircraft is that it is modular. It has direct bearing in reducing the turnaround time of the aircraft to one of the lowest in the industry. All it requires is just one man to maintain the aircraft. The JF17 incorporates 1553 and 1760 databus architectures. Its complete avionics suite is based upon the dual and quad redundant concept. It has capacity of 100% avionics upgrade for future requirements.
In record time, the JF17 has been able to take on some of the most daunting challenges that it has ever been put up against. It has taken on all roles within the PAF and is performing each in a manner worthy of the PAF. The weapons package of a JF17 is truly impressive and allows it to deal with evolving situations rapidly and effectively. On a typical air defense mission, its wings carry the PL-5 E2s and the SD-10 BVR missiles. For ground attack roles, it has as its disposal a broad choice of options that range from general-purpose bombs, anti-runway bombs that can make short work of any structure or vehicle. In the anti-shipping role, the JF17 is equipped to carry multiple C-802s that give it the capability to attack maritime targets at will. Its guns are twin-barrel 23mm that allow it to wreak havoc on any target. A mixture of the above allow it to effectively perform multiple roles in a single mission. A modern fighter does not stagnate, it evolves. It is scalable and each evolution is more potent than its predecessors. Every airframe produced till date can be completely upgraded to the most current evolution.
The Block 2 aircraft offer us even more optimized aircraft systems based on the experiences that we gained through Block 1 aircraft. Additionally, we have the air-to-air refueling and the dual-seater on the cards. The Block 3 aircraft are envisaged to improve our combat punch even further through the incorporation of a targeting pod, an active ESA radar, and additional arsenal of weapons.
The entire JF17 program bears the hopes, aspirations and hard work of two nations, each of which have brought it to fruition through their collective investment of every resource imaginable.
We put in our best. We have pushed in huge financial and human resource into this. And we're very proud and we're very happy that the product that is received fulfills majority of the PF requirements. Our endeavor is to get an aircraft which fulfills the entire spectrum of air operations. We'll continue to develop this program. We understand that this is the destiny of Pakistan Air Force.
When a JF17 is bought, it signals that the buyer is intuitive enough to appreciate the fact that they are buying cutting-edge technology at a price 1/3 of its competitors. The JF17 is poised for dominance in the skies and years of happy landings.